we get ready to get race one of the 2018 FIA GT Championship. The European final is underway.
And here comes Mangano saying that, trying to come past Brady up into P3, getting that move done nice and early as Giorgio. Brady's still there on the outside though.
Mangano spins! Mangano's lost it!
Contact again with Sassuolo there. He couldn't really avoid it, but he drove into the back there of Lenoir and just went around, and Mangano, one of our big competitors, down to 10th position.
You could pretty much see as a spectator that I was kind of like able to get away, while the second guy was kind of like battling with another guy and therefore losing so much time.
Brady's gone to the outside of Blajan now. He tried this move earlier on in the race and made it work with Mangano when defending. Blajan takes a tighter inside line, he's going to take less speed though into this right-hander. Brady sends it up the inside there. I think he's gone a bit too deep, Tom. He's going a little bit wide on exit, and Blajan's going to try the cut back on exit there, but no, not quite. Brady and Blajan still side by side. Next course a left-hander, that will help Martin Grady, and through he goes into second place, but Lenoir wants to pick some in the background as well. Back again to pick up the pieces.
I was last, so I overtook almost all the cars, because I got back in second place.
And Mangano says thank you very much. You can see Hazal here just going through the final corner. Does he pit this time around? Let's have a wait and see. Yes, he does. He's going in.
Driving the McLaren F1 for the first time here actually, because the other guys were just battling so much, and I was kind of like driving away.
The Aston Martin in front of me, I think, he'd pull away. And then when Giorgio caught back up to me later on in the race, his M4 had more power, and in the gear shifts, he had seamless gear shifts, so he was just catching up to me into every corner.
Can he make the move stick on Blajan? Yes, he can. And Sassuolo versus Grady here as well. This is so exciting. Absolutely phenomenal racing between these guys. The upshot is that Lenoir holds on to second. Mangano is now into third. Blajan is in fourth. And the two Britons of Sassuolo and Grady are in fifth and sixth position respectively.
So coming down now to the last part of the circuit, Mangano will go side by side with Lenoir. An absolutely brilliant recovery drive from the Italian driver. Coming into the last half, tries to go around the outside of Lenoir. Is he going to do it? No, he doesn't.
He's on the track as well.
Onto the grass, and here comes Blajan now looking for the middle. Is it going to be three wide? No, the gap. No, he tries to go through. Hazal is going to take the victory, but we aren't watching that right now. Mangano, go direct to place. Hazal wins this race. We knew that, but we want to see what's happening for second place before Mangano into second place.
Oh, it's a Sassuolo with a big slide as well. Mangano around the final corner. He gets second on the final lap of the race. And look as well.
Brady's round.
Grady goes round. He's off. He loses out massively, does Martin Grady. Mangano second, Lenoir on the podium in third, Blajan finishes fourth, Sassuolo in fifth, Salazar in sixth, and Grady, he didn't even finish in sixth. He was down in ninth at the checkered flag.
Drive it clean, smooth maybe, and drive it till the end. Yeah, that's it.
Underway for race two here of the European final, and Hazal of course leads the way, followed by Mangano. They all dart into the slipstream as we head down towards the hairpin corner for the first time.
Now the first flying chicane, well, they all got through here in one piece. We'll see sparks on the wall as they get nice and close to the Armco there. Wouldn't want to do that too many times. Goes to the inside, over the curb there. Car gets a little bit sideways there, unsettled by the curb, and more importantly that moves the momentum, and Mangano keeps the place.
I think I lost a bit of time in the first stint with Pierre Lenoir. He was in a fresh tires, the soft one. So we had a bit of fight, and I think I lost there 1 or 2 seconds.
Blajan tries to get out the inside of Salazar. There's a bit of contact between them. Salazar has to go over the curb, which will compromise his exit no end. Grady is coming into play now, as well as Panjane. So this has gone from being a three-way scrap to nearly a five-way scrap for position. But you can see that Sassuolo's been able to break away from it.
Look at the legs, Tom, on the V12 fast, just driving past everyone in a straight line. Grady goes from 7th to 5th position. Blajan looks to the inside to try and take that position back, but Grady, I think, will try and hold it out on the outside. Blajan still there. He'll come back past in the Beetle, but now Grady will have the front down to the chicane. Here comes Blajan on the outside, using the straight line speed of the Beetle. Never thought I'd say those words in the same sentence. And here comes Lenoir defending on the inside. Blajan goes clean around the outside, no soft tyres. Really no defending there for Lenoir on the hards. And Adam Sassuolo in the background looking to do the same thing.
I got given the BMW M6, which I thought was actually really good on straight line speed, but it turned out it wasn't. The Beetles, Patrick was actually quicker than me.
Now Adam needs to really think about this race. He needs as much points as possible from this. Blajan goes wide. He's being gifted the position. There it is now, back up the hill. Goodbye, Blajan, says Swillow. A little flex of the arm there, but he still has to defend from the end of a lap. Mick Hizal wins the second race here of a European final. A great start for him into the final, I should say. Mangano second, Swillow third, and Blajan fourth.
So here is the standings as we go into this race. You can see Mikael Hizal has a 24 points at the standings. He's 4 points ahead of Giorgio Mangano there. Patrick Blajan there in third position, tied with Pierre Lenoir. Mikael Hizal then leads the field as they get ready to come over the line. 20 laps and the FIA GT Championship European Final is underway.
My battle with Jorge was pretty much amazing. I mean, also congrats to him who managed to get a pretty decent result in the end, also for the Spanish crowd.
Blajan defending from Swillow in that British Racing Green X2014. Swillow goes to the outside because Blajan defends.
Lenoir was late on the brake dive.
Where is he? There he is. He's gone up to third place. What a move. He's got past both of them.
I don't believe that. Pierre Lenoir from absolutely nowhere sails past them on the brakes. The French commentators are about to have a coronary in a minute, I tell you that, because they are going absolutely potty over to our left.
I made a mistake trying to overtake Patrick, the downhill left-hander, and I just didn't brake and ended up in the gravel.
For the British driver, he goes into the gravel trap at turn 5, and now he's going to be out of contention for that podium. His tyres are well past their best, as you can see with those few mistakes he's made on this lap.
And when you spin one of these cars, the tyre wear just adds up exponentially. Tom, you know yesterday you spun one of these cars a couple of times in one of our races earlier on, and the rear tyres just go off instantly. So now Adam is going to have a very tricky job getting that thing back to the pits, and what I suspect will probably be a tyre change. Mangano really is sitting duck at the moment on those worn hard tyres.
Yeah, they're stopping for 1 lap later, or potentially 2 laps later, whatever it'll be for Mangano whenever he decides to pit. Has really hurt his chances. Hizal goes to the outside. Lopez is going to try and follow him as well, down towards turn number 10.
Around the outside.
You can see just how much more grip he's got. Corner exit as well. He's back past Mikael Hizal. Well, look at that, and Lopez follows him through there as well. Absolutely brilliant stuff from Jorge Lopez. Opportunist from the Spaniard you don't normally pass, going through turn number 12. When he made it stick, it was calm, confident, comfortable, and now it's an out-and-out battle for the race lead between Hizal and Lopez.
Down to 2 tenths a gap, down to 10 and a half.
Here comes Lopez down the inside of the first corner. He gets the move. The Spanish crowd go wild. Absolutely incredible for Jorge Lopez. He's into the race lead here on lap 11 in the European final.
He is, and the Spanish crowd go absolutely wild as we'd expect him to at the moment there, but having to defend from Hizal. I think Hizal did the right thing there and letting Lopez get through. He doesn't want to disturb his race too much. Of course, as you mentioned, Hizal does have the soft tyre in bank still, so he'll be a bit faster towards the end of the race, whereas Lopez only has the hard tyre left, so he's going to struggle towards the end. There are your live point standings if it ended now, and you see that Lopez moved up to 4th place, but still not quite on the podium.
Just Hizal versus Lopez, and Hizal is now back out in front. Side by side they run. It's a repeat of last time around. Lopez goes for that outside line. He gets the run going through turn number 3 once again. He stays into the race lead. Brilliant stuff there for Jorge Lopez. Whatever Mikael Hizal has got in his back pocket, Lopez just seems to be able to say, well, whatever you can do, I can do it better, sunshine.
Here he comes in for those soft tyres and followed in by Lopez, but the thing is Lopez is going to be on the hard. Maybe he's going to just try and stay in the slipstream. That could be an interesting strategy. Whether it will happen or not for him, I don't know.
As for race 3, I wasn't sure about which strategy I should be going for. When I knew that the slipstream has been set on weak, I didn't want to throw the advantage with the racing soft tires right at the beginning. And because of the slipstream, you're kind of like sticking together. So I was kind of like trying to take the mediums, because the mediums isn't that bad actually for the first stint.
So will Lopez have anything in the back pocket? This hard compound of tyre for him. You can see Duval, Lenoir, Mangano and Blajan all in the pits, as well as Martin Grady. So everybody now pitting at exactly the same time, more than anything, to make their second and final stops in this race.
There is Blajan.
Wow, Blajan has really been able to close up and profit on this battle. Duval runs out, Mangano wide, and Blajan is through. He's nearly going to gain 2 positions. Here is Blajan. This is absolutely inspired stuff from the Hungarian, and up in towards turn 6 and 7, and that would mean then that the positions in the championship would change, and Jorge Lopez, if he finishes in 2nd place, he would take 3rd position away in the championship here tonight.
And Mangano needs to try and find a way past himself, though, to guarantee himself his third position on the podium. De Val wide here, this might be it now. Comes to the inside, De Val gets onto the slippery stuff, hasn't quite got the grip on that set. Mangalo on the inside, but De Val hanging it on the outside. He does not want to give up that set position.
He comes around the final corner, does Mikael Hizal. It's a perfect weekend of racing for him. Mikael Hizal takes the win and becomes the 2018 FIA Gran Turismo European champion. What a race, what an evening for Mikael Hizal. He takes the accolade. Jorge Lopez for Spain comes home in second position on his home track, his first podium of this evening as well. Brilliant, brilliant stuff, much to the accolade of the crowd as well. And Adam Sassuolo for Great Britain on the podium in third position.
Gale simply was in a league of his own. Without a lot of challenges on him from other people, I think he just drove off into the sunset.
I think Mikael was fast every time, but that we all knew that before coming here.
And an absolutely fantastic race there, really, more than anything. He really did try as hard as he could right at the very, very end of that race. Sadly, it wasn't enough. This man here, Mikael Hizal, untouchable all evening. 3 wins in 3 races.